I changed things up again. I think I had told you that I was going to paint this wall. It's painted. It actually took me a couple days to get used to it. I painted it on Saturday. Today's Monday. Saturday, when the paint was wet, I was like, no, nope, this is not what I want. I've had pink walls in basically every space that I've inhabited. No, that's a lie. But in the past, like in my studios, in my design studio, in my stationery company, this room originally, when I started that company, was pink, this wall as well, but it was a lighter pink. I figured I will take a couple seconds to show you. This was the first studio that I had, which I loved. My mom helped me paint this wall. Then this is the last studio that I had. The pink was a little bit more muted. And this was eventually a storefront for a gift shop that I had. Um, and so when I wanted to paint this room, I knew I wanted to paint it. I thought, what color am I going to paint it? And I really tried. I really tried to stay away from pink. Just because I was like, just try something else. Like, you like pink. You've had your walls pink before. Try something else. And I actually went to, so my brother has this muted kind of like mauve, more towards the lilac color in his apartment, and I love it. But when I try to like picture this space with that color, I was like, no, I want something that is more in your face. And so I decided to go with this pink. And so this is a canvas that I have here that is not, I mean, it's probably going to end up living in multiple places in this small room, but I am getting a big cork. That's something that I want to start doing. Like, I really want to start having in front of me the things that inspire me visually, words and things that I just love looking at. That's what I want this room to be, like a very inspiring room. And so, yeah, so this is what I'm doing. This is what happened this weekend. And I've been painting things and I've been doing fun things. Before I decided which color I wanted the wall to be, I went to Home Depot and I grabbed a few color swatches to decide. I had, I think, something like four different colors. And of course, pink is the one that I went to. I actually ended up mixing two different color pinks. I believe the one that I have here in this video is the lighter version. I ended up mixing a light version or a light pink and a darker one. The lighter one was a little bit more on the yellow side, which I really liked, but I wanted something with a little more depth. So that's why I ended up mixing those two. And I love doing these little drawings. I shared them on Substack, and people really like the idea of using color swatches as little canvas. And so I have been painting little sketches like this ever since. But these two were the original paintings that I did in this way with these color swatches. And I wanted them to have their own special place in my first sketchbook because this is officially the first sketchbook that I finished. As I am editing this video, I have already finished this sketchbook. So I really love that these two paintings, these two sketches made it in this sketchbook because I guess they really showed me that even the things that I consider just kind of like a waste of time, people can really love them. Like everyone who responded on Substack to them. And also, the people of Substack gave me a great idea to do something like a flip book. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do, but I've been painting many of these color swatch sketches. Someone called them tiny homes. And I was like, oh my God, I love that. And that is, I think, what it's going to be. At some point, they're going to be a little tiny home flip book, sketchbook, something. You'll find out at some point. Someone asked me if I could. So I shared on Instagram one of my sketches on my sketchbook. It was a gouache painting that I was trying out. And I shared it on Instagram because I didn't really love the way that it ended up looking like. I didn't love it. I loved playing with it. It was fun. But the final outcome, I was like, oh, I wish I had done the background of the whole painting in a different color, like a lighter color, maybe less bright, more muted, all of these things, right? And then I shared that because I wanna be able to share things even when, just because I know it was fun, right? I was playing. And I'm trying to release some of the preciousness from everything that I create. And so I shared it for that reason. And then someone asked me if I could make that in a bigger format. And I was like, oh, wow. I mean, this is amazing. I'm so grateful that at this stage, it's literally like the third, maybe not, but like I'm in a very beginning part or place on my journey of exploring with painting and what I like and how I want to render things and how I want to translate the things that I want to paint and what's actually exciting me. And so it was so interesting that someone asked at this stage if I could do something bigger, which I'm so grateful for. So I think I am gonna do a fun activity. I usually struggle drawing things like fast. I tend to be like, oh, let's just add a little detail. That's just my way, and I enjoy that. And at the same time, I want to challenge myself to do like quick drawings with color, not just like pencil or markers or like what I usually use, which is this to do like my sketch drawings that I just leave like the line drawing. I use this Tombow. I actually don't even know the calligraphy pen Tombow marker. I want to use color because that is what I am most challenged with, because I'm so picky about the colors and I'm at a stage where I'm just learning about how to mix colors. So it's difficult for me to like end up with something that I actually like when it's like about doing something like fast like that. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm also really tired. If you think that I'm tired, if I look tired, I am tired. So I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull like multiple of like my materials, wait, I'll show you. Okay, so I am going to use this set that I think I've shown you before. This was the first gouache that I bought, I think in a past video or somewhere in another video, if I ever recorded or edited that, which I'm thinking of. I said that it was like 52 colors. It's actually 112 colors. Now that I've been playing with like real gouache, not that this is not real, but like a more artistic quality and not like a hobby quality, if that is even a thing. I usually I struggle with that language. But now that I've used, I think it's Holbein, not sure if that's how you pronounce it. I've been using Holbein gouache, both water-based and acrylic gouache, and the quality is like so much better than this. But this has also been fun to play with. And for this thing that I want to do, I want to challenge myself to do something fast, to draw something fast, then I think it's perfect. But I'm also going to bring out pastels, color pencils. Basically, I want to do a mix of a challenge that is like paint fast and mixed media. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I'm like way too close to the camera. I got this the other day at Blake and I just can't even with these colors. I mean, I don't know if you can see this. I was obsessed with all of the colors that this brand had there. They're just so beautiful. Ah! Saved. Coño, again. All right. So I definitely want to use those. So I'm going to keep those out. Those are oil pastels. These are soft pastels. I am using the Faber-Castell. Don't love that I don't have a pink in these ones. My husband got me this for Christmas. If I had bought a set, he should have known better, basically. He should have known better that my basics are pink and then yellow, red, blue, black, white. I'm gonna bring my colored pencils. More colored pencils. So I'm gonna go on Pinterest and see what shows up in my camera. No, in the screen. And that is what I'm gonna, whatever my eye goes to in like the screen where you have multiple things, then that's what I'm gonna draw. And I'm gonna set a timer. What's the timer for? Maybe 5 minutes, 4 minutes? I wonder what is a good idea. And I'm gonna grab some, I think I want, I think I want a flat like this. Maybe that's a little too big. So yesterday I attempted to do 5-minute drawings. I mean, I did do them. I'm gonna insert another angle here, I guess, for this video. So this is what I ended up doing. Yeah, no, the lighting is not great for this. But I did not enjoy this exercise as much as I thought I would. The process itself, I just didn't enjoy it. I just felt rushed the whole time. So I felt like my attention was more on like how much time do I have left than what's the next stroke that I want to make. So I didn't really enjoy that. I also, I think part of like what I like to do in my own process is like to find the balance in things. Like that I feel like is one of the things that I enjoy the most. I am, after all, Libra moon. So I think that comes into my, like my process and what I love about painting. And so I felt like, yeah, it was a practice of letting go of that need to bring balance into things, but I didn't enjoy it. What I did enjoy was creating this morning, which I think, let's see if this, okay. I think it was a similar practice because basically what I wanted to do here was something similar to what I did yesterday, basically. I just opened my Pinterest and I started to look at shapes that I was drawn to. And I started to just paint them in like the most basic, loose way possible. Like I think let's see. This is even like a plate with a spoon. You would never know that. I don't know that. I just remember it because I did it this morning. Otherwise, I don't think I would even remember. And so I created this out of like just allowing myself to play without any specific idea or reference. And so this was actually really fun. And I think that there are a few things that I can like some insights as far as like why I loved it. I enjoyed it so much. I think you're seeing a little bit of the microphone here. I think some of the reasons why I enjoyed it so much are the fact that, first of all, I was playing with colors that I enjoy, that just make me happy. I had a very limited palette. I started with the pink. No, I started with the brown. What did I do this morning? Oh, okay. So I did this. Let me just show you. So I did this. Okay, so I had, can you see that? Which one am I showing? It's so hard for me to always like figure out Oh, I think you can see that there. And I just wanted to keep them in my sketchbook, so I glued them here. I taped them, actually. And then I wanted to, I don't know, I just thought about doing these little squares around them. And so I mixed some color. I mixed the brown because I had a color that was very similar to this. I actually could have used the base that I used for this, which is also the base that I used for the wall. But I didn't because I wanted it to be a little more runny. This is paint wall, so it was thick. But I mixed this color for the brown, and I had some left over, and I was like, oh, let's just paint here. Paint this can, which if you caught, or what's the word that I'm looking for? If you notice already, you know what this can or this tin is for. It was not the original cookies. It was the keto style cookies that my husband got, and I found this in the trash. I think maybe I've mentioned this before in another video, but criminal. I saw this in the trash and I was like, how? He's American. He doesn't know this is a precious item in any Latin family. So I took it out of the trash, and I knew it would be perfect for hold on. Why is it so hard right now? Maybe all the paint. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to do something about this. Okay. Oh, I think it was because I used this as my paint palette this morning when I was painting this, and some of the paint went in there. Okay. So I knew this would be perfect for some of my wash. And yeah, for anything really. But I decided that my wash, what I have so far, because these are the only ones that I've bought, the Holbein acrylic wash, this is all I have so far. Oh, and like this additional tubes that I got for the water base. And so that's what I'm using it for right now. And I think what's fun, okay, I think I'm gonna have to put like a tape or something around here because it's just the friction from the paint. Okay, so this was fun but not very practical. I loved this process, which was something that was basically what I wanted to achieve yesterday with the other quick 5-minute practices. And it was basically like limiting myself to time or just releasing the pressure of having to put the right stroke in the right place and at the right moment and all of that. So this was really, really, really fun. mentioned this before. I'm in this stage of, okay, I'm learning what I like, how I like to translate things on paintings, what is actually exciting. And I'm finding myself in this point of friction because I care about things in the world that I think they need more visibility, they need more acknowledgement, they need more education in general, information, things like how we relate to nature, how we preserve indigenous traditions, and the cosmovisions of how we understand and relate to nature, relate to each other. There are so many things within that realm that I love and that I find have created the foundation of who I am. And like, this is because I have that reverence to those ways of understanding life. I think I am able to see or perceive the world in the way that I do, which in turn translates into what I'm painting. And I find that what I'm excited or what I'm feeling that I'm excited about painting is like cute interiors of like houses that have pretty furniture, pretty colors, people that have cool poses, and and like I'm giving myself this space to explore that because that is part of life, and I'm trying to like put myself in the shoes of like, how would nature as a whole, like Mother Earth, would think about this interest of mine. And I think that Mother Earth would be like, well, this is exactly what is exciting you. Just like go after it. Like don't overthink it. Like just like flowers bloom the way that they want to bloom. Like that is just their nature. But there's like that aspect of me that thinks that whatever I'm going to take the time and the energy to paint needs to have like a more impactful message. And so I'm there. I haven't even explored like, okay, how can I translate this idea of a cosmovision that really acknowledges nature and humans as one, and how do I translate that? Like, I think it's such a big undertaking that then it almost like paralyzes me, and then it freezes me to the point that I'm like, I have no idea how to translate that. So let's just paint the cute interiors because also that's what's exciting me. So yeah, so there's like that side of me, like the mental aspect of like, you need to have more impact with what you're doing versus that part of me, that innocent side of me is like, just paint cute furniture. That's what you want. So I'm in that point of like, it's friction because again, my head is saying something, my heart is pulling me towards like something that is more light. And maybe that is what's needed, and I just cannot see it in this moment because, like, the state of the world is in such a place that I feel like we need a little bit more of like that understanding and that acknowledgement of like the way that we understand life has room for more that embraces connection and love and nature. And at the same time, maybe because things are so serious and so heartbreaking, there's room for just like something that does not even have that impact and that, that very in your face message. And it's something more gentle. Who knows what is being translated in those interiors? Maybe there's like peace, and that's what is needed. Maybe it's joy because of the colors, and that is what's needed. So I'm trying to release and surrender some of like what my mind is saying that I should do. I wanted to take a couple seconds and share with you this message that I received on Substack in response to a picture I shared of a painting that I did. The painting was of a kitchen. And so as I'm editing this video and I'm listening to what I said, I thought I really, really wanted to share this message because this is teaching me once again that there are so many times that we label the things that we create as invaluable, not worthy, or not good enough, or who's going to like it, or what type of impact can this be doing? Exactly what I said before. And really, everything that we create from our heart and from joy and play and excitement is medicine. And this person is clearly sharing with us, with me, but I'm sharing it with you, that the painting of a kitchen is bringing them joy and calm to their heart. And this is the impact that I feel like we need in the world right now. And so I just wanted to share that here in case you have at any point thought about your creations just like me, that that you have thought that they're not worthy. We have no idea who we are impacting. So maybe this is a little piece of encouragement for you, for me, to keep creating from a playful, joyful place from our hearts so that we can give to others the medicine that we carry within our creations. Okay, this was really long, but okay, I will share with you more updates and more things in the near future, and I'll show you what I've been doing and painting and playing with. I'll see you soon.
I've seen the world on my own, but it doesn't look the same. Black and blue, and I don't know why I ever looked away. The sun is always shining, even when it goes away. Until it comes back around, I'm here to light the way. Better